As I stand here in the well of this house, I am so filled with joy.
I ask unanimous consent to give my remarks while seated at my desk.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent to speak as if in morning business.
Without objection.
For hours and hours.
I tried to run for the Senate.
Oh, how'd that go?
Did not go well.
I'm not saying anything that hasn't already been said.
You and I should do something together.
Okay.
As the new Congress comes in, I will not be here.
In all my time here, there are only two people I thought had no redeeming value. I shouldn't have said that, I guess, but there were two.
I've heard speeches saying what a wonderful person I am. Fortunately, I'm old enough that I don't take any of that personally.
Boy, this was going to be harder than maybe I imagined.
I've been able to commiserate with him over Arkansas football.
Somebody nice put a bottle of water underneath my chair. Who got the scotch?
I have no plans to write a book, but if I did, Lindsey Graham anecdotes would fill a chapter.
He and I have slightly different leadership styles. I'm gentler and less confrontational.
The clerk will call her. I'm getting rusty already.
And I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about his doodling.
What is your name?
You know, to have a Bill Frenzel, a doodle that's been autographed, I mean, in this town, that's like having a Picasso.
Now, for people who care about TSA, please ignore what I'm about to say.
Guess who drove up and bought gas for my friend Ralph Hall? Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, that is an urban myth.
When he saw them, he didn't know who they were. But he got a quarter.
We took a photo. Yes, I broke the rules.
He'd gotten a huge tip.
They probably wrote checks when the bank account was pretty low.
He pumped gas for those two felons.
Ralph would have been pumping gas at the ripe old age of 8 or 9 years old.
I can speak directly and say thank you very much, Chuck Grassley.
Ralph sees an idea. Baseball game against Army. I'll take all their paychecks. I've got Ted Williams.
Senator Feinstein has been a great chairman and partner on the Intelligence Committee. I will miss her leadership, her wisdom, her friendship, and those late afternoon glasses of California wine.
Ralph tried to stop him. Ted!
His ego is under control.
Ralph held the fence up so Ted Williams could go AWOL.
Free.
I have a relative who happens to live in her district. His name happens to be Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is a University of Miami Hurricanes alum. It's not bragging if it's true.
And if you haven't seen his latest movie, Hercules, I suggest to my colleagues that you should see the movie Hercules and see what Samoans are like.
Senator Mike Johans is the original wedding crasher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You may notice my sharp jacket tonight. It's the Madras jacket worn in honor of my dear friend and colleague, Howard Coble.
I stand in tribute with the fine threads of a man named Howard Coble.
I failed to thank the chairman. That's a mistake you should never commit.
But I call him the leader. That's like Leadah, the leader.
Our leader.
I affectionately call him, hey man.
I'm not finished yet.
When you see one of your friends, you don't just say hi Tom or hi Mark, you say, hey man.
All the men are good looking and the children are above average. It is a state unlike any other.
I'm pointing to, yes, I am. And Sergeant Arms, too bad.
He accepted an invitation to go quail hunting with Vice President Cheney, and he lived to tell the tale.
People who know me, when you say never or no, that means just yes, they just didn't spell it properly.
What a fabulous motto.
God bless you, honey, I love you.
To my staff,
My personal staff.
a senator is really nothing without his staff.
My staff is simply awesome.
Boy, I did not want to do this.
Just suck it up.
I just have this problem. You know, thankfully, the speaker has it a lot worse than I do.
I'm not going to sing.
Sometime down the road, I don't know when, sometime.
People say, boy, we love your Christmas card.
Why would I be sad?
You make wonderful sandwiches, and I always knew that if I was short $2, you'd see me through to the next day. So thank you for believing in my credit worthiness.
Hooray!
She has to fetch me all the time because I'm usually the last one in the chamber.
Hooray!
Yes, I am the old woman in the shoe.
And hooray for that.
My office has spawned about 6 marriages, 6 times. And they've all worked, but for one.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm not going anywhere.
Freedom.
I'm just taking a trip. Maybe for a year or two. Across the Pacific. It's a trip. I'll be coming back.